Hey guys, so let's review Chapter 9. Chapter 9 is called Trouble. Hey guys, we're going to review Chapter 9 right now. Chapter 9 is called Trouble. So first question is, what is Stephen worried about when he gets on the school bus? Before he gets to the school bus, Stephen is worried that people will ask him why he left the dance on Friday. He really isn't interested in talking about it, and he just kind of wants to be left alone. Question number 2, why did Stephen get called into a meeting with a guidance counselor? Well, she's been worried about his grades and his performance, and his teachers have been worried about it because he's really hasn't been doing anything. He's been avoiding work, he's been avoiding people, he's been avoiding communication with anybody. And that's a little frightening. Question number 3, how does Stephen say to get a room full of adults to be silent? Well, he says, my brother has cancer. And he actually says, if you want to get a room full of adults to be silent, just tell them that your brother has cancer. Question number 5, what does Stephen do to make Annette angry with him? Well, and I'm going to preview this a little bit. Didn't ask questions about this, but he acknowledges that Miss Palma knew that his brother had cancer, and he instantly assumes that Miss Palma read one of his journal entries that said that his brother has cancer, even though she promised that the journal entries she's not going to read. And she says, no, I absolutely didn't. But she does say that one of your classmates, she was worried about you. And of course, Stephen assumes that she who is worried about him is Annette, that somehow Annette knows that Jeffrey has cancer, and Annette told Miss Palma. So he storms into her piano practice and starts yelling at her, and then Annette had no idea, and then he's like, oh, shoot, okay, well, that's interesting. But Annette got a little annoyed at Stephen because he didn't tell her, because she felt that he should have told her. And Stephen was kind of guilt tripping her. She's like, yeah, my bad. I'm dealing with my brother dying, and I should have told you, really. So that made her upset again. He seems to be making her upset more often, but she's really kind of sticking by him and being a really good friend to him. Question number 6, who was it that told Miss Palma Jeffrey had cancer? And as it turned out, it was Renee Albert. Now, if you remember, he figures out that Renee told her because Renee mentioned it on the school bus on the way home. But he has really mixed feelings about this because he didn't want anybody to know. And all of a sudden, Renee, who he has a crush on, who he has the hots for, not only knows, but is telling teachers that his brother has cancer.